Okay, so welcome everyone to your evening meditation. Going to be meditating on workbook lesson 240 from A Course in Miracles tonight, which is all about fear and fear not being justified, as well as the preliminary section to that particular lesson on what is salvation. Two are obviously connected, so just going somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next few minutes, half an hour or so, putting your phone on mute or silent. Just sitting comfortably with your feet shoulder width apart. Sitting on a chair, cup your hands in your lap, close your eyes. Keep your back straight. If you happen to be you favor another meditation posture, you can sit on the floor, cross-legged. You can sit in lotus or half lotus. The main requirements are just to make sure you're comfortable, and you can sit here comfortably for half an hour, and that you keep your back straight. So support your back if you need to, because we're going to be doing some breath work to raise the life or kundalini energy up the spine. So let's close your eyes and start off by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. So just breathing in to the lower stomach, pushing the belly out. Squeeze the sphincter muscle. That's the muscle you use to contract the flow of urine or squeeze the last drops out. Creates an energy lock, as well as a pumping action. So you simultaneously pump the energy up the spine and you draw it up the spine with your breath. Feel this warm wave of energy rising up into your heart center. It's like a wave in the ocean. Put one hand on your heart, just connect with your heart space. It's bringing your attention completely into the present moment, focusing on all these subtle sensations of the breath. And breathing in again, drawing the energy up the spine, all the way up into the crown of your head. Pause at the top of the inhale. Take another sip of air in, smile. And into this open, spacious awareness that you've created, just scan your mind and notice any thoughts that are fearful in any way. So that could be a minor anxiety about something, it's just niggling in the back of your mind, a major fear. Just notice how these thoughts show up as emotions and feelings in your body. Maybe there's a knot in your stomach, churning feeling in your stomach, butterflies. There's a block in your chest. Maybe there's a bit of anger. Fear and anger go hand in hand. So clenching your fists, clenching your jaw. Just take another sip of air and to top you up with air. Just notice all these mental, physical, emotional effects of this simple fear thought. So the first requirement to let fear go is to be aware of it. And now you're just going to choose to let it go with the help of your breath in today's lesson, workbook lesson 240 from A Course in Miracles. Fear is not justified in any form, which includes in the particular form that is seeming to cause you fear. So just blow it all away. Let it all go. Imagine that energy, this fearful, negative energy is leaving you like a dark smoke out of your mouth, black smoke. Feel the energy subside back down the front channel of your body. It's like a wave sighing back into the ocean. And pull the lower stomach into the spine. Expel the last remaining air out. And then just pause. The bottom of the exhale, smile. Remind yourself there's really nowhere else to go and nothing else to do for the next 20 minutes. Just breathe, relax, be still, and let my voice and the breath just guide you deeper and deeper into this lovely, fearless state of mind. So breathing in again. Notice how the stomach rises, the chest rises, subtle flow of air into the nostrils. Squeeze the sphincter muscle, like you simultaneously pumping and drawing this life energy up the spine. It's like a warm wave of energy cresting in the crown of your head. Pause at the top of the inhale. Smile. Just connecting with this deeper presence. There's a presence that underlies all fear, which is what we want to connect with. So just connecting with that. And exhale. This time sigh it out of your nose. Keep your mouth closed. Get a little sighing sound in the back of your throat. The chest and the stomach suck back in. Feel the energy just subsiding back down into your stomach. Into your groin area, just resting there. Just really pay attention to the peace that arises in these gaps between breaths, gaps between words, because all these words and breathing techniques, spiritual practices are really directing you into the gap to connect with formlessness, timelessness, eternity. So just going in there, sinking in there, deeper and deeper with each breath, breathing in again, and just observing, just watching the breath, watching the mind. Noticing all these subtle sensations, the air flowing into the nostrils, chest and stomach rising, energy rising up into the crown of your head. Pause at the top of the inhale. Smile. And then you exhale. Sigh it all out. Sighing sound in the back of your throat. Air flows out of your nostrils. Chest and stomach suck back in. The energy just comes to rest in the lower stomach and the spine. And then repeat the cycle. So just stepping back and watching the breath. Letting that create a nice, calm, empty, open, spacious awareness in your mind. And into that spacious awareness, you're going to drop these words. I'm going to read you from the preliminary section to this workbook lesson I've chosen tonight on what is salvation. So listen with your heart. Keep watching your breath, keeping your mind nice and clear, calm and empty, by just putting all your attention on the breath and the subtle sensations of the breath. And you put your one hand on your heart, connecting with your heart space. Imagine these ideas are like pebbles dropping into a very still, calm lake on a windless day. Because your mind, which is a lake in the analogy, is so still. Just going to plop, drop in. And the ripple effects are going to be very noticeable because your mind is so still. The ripples are going to go all the way into the depths of your subconscious mind. This is where the pebble comes to rest. It's in the subconscious, the unconscious mind, as Freud called it, that the key to your salvation lies. Consciously, we all say we want happiness and peace and love, but unconsciously, often it's quite the opposite. We actually want to suffer. So salvation lies in undoing the thoughts, the beliefs, and the feelings that cause us to suffer. Through this process of inner inquiry, meditation just opens the way, clears your mind of the normal clutter, so that you can go in a little bit deeper, start seeing some of these unconscious beliefs, questioning them, bringing them to the light of your true awareness, and then undoing them. So you just keep watching your breath, breathing nice, deep, slow, rhythmical breaths in and out through your nose. Just pause, smile, as you listen to these words from Jesus, who's the ultimate author of Course in Miracles, speaking to you directly through me, through this body, this voice. The Holy Spirit, as it's called, comes into people's awareness. So what is salvation? Is the question. Salvation is a promise made by God. You can always change that word, the word love. Salvation is a promise made by love. It's another way of saying that. That you would find your way to Him, to love at last. It cannot but be kept. It guarantees that time will have an end. And all the thoughts that have been born in time will end as well. God's word, love's word or extension is another phrase, another word you can use instead of word. It's not really about a word, it's about language. It's the extension of love itself. Is given every mind which thinks that it has separate thoughts and will replace these thoughts of conflict with the thought of peace. So just step back and watch your breath. Letting the breath take you a little bit deeper. Just going a bit deeper into this peace that lies in your mind, letting the words and the breaths just take you there. Any thoughts come up, just seemingly block that, just observe them. Imagine they're just like cloud patterns drifting by. You just blow them away as you exhale. Blow them away with the wind of your breath. They have no power to obscure the peace which comes from your eternal awareness, and that's the sky in the analogy. Just keep watching your breath and staying in this nice, clear, calm, empty, open, aware space in which you really feel the peace. And this peace, thought of peace was given to God's Son, or love's extension, if you prefer that more secular language, which is you, which is all of us. The instant that his mind had thought of war, there was no need for such a thought before. Peace was given without opposite and merely was. But when the mind is split, there is a need of healing. So the thought that has the power to heal the split became a part of every fragment of the mind. It still was one, but failed to recognize its oneness. Now it did not know itself and thought its own identity was lost. Let's pause, reflect on that. Peace is given you. The moment that we thought of war, the thought of peace was given us by the Holy Spirit as a correction to guide us back home to our true minds, which know nothing of peace, of war and disturbance of peace. They know only about peace and love and joy. So salvation is undoing in the sense that it does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus, it lets illusions go. By not supporting them, it merely lets them quietly go down to dust. And what they hid is now revealed, an altar to the holy name of God, to the holy name of love itself, whereon his word, or the word of love, is written, with the gifts of your forgiveness laid before it, and the memory of God, or love, not far behind. So let us come daily to this holy place and spend a while together. Here we share our final dream. It is a dream in which there is no sorrow, for it holds a hint of all the glory given us by God. The grass is pushing through the soil. The trees are budding now, and birds have come to live within their branches. Earth is being born again in new perspective. Night has gone, and we have come together in the light. So breathing in, and just imagine you breathing this beautiful golden or white light into your stomach, into your heart center, on a hand on your heart. Clench the sphincter muscle, draw this column of golden or white light up the spine into your middle back, your chest. Let it flow all the way up into the crown of your head. Let's pause at the top of the inhale. Just feel that light flowing into every pore, every cell, every muscle of your body, every corner of your mind, every fiber of your being. It is infused with this light that is not of this world. And from here we give salvation to the world. For it is here salvation was received. The song of our rejoicing is the call to all the world that freedom is returned, that time is almost over. And God's Son, love's extension, has but an instant more to wait until his Father is remembered, dreams are done, eternity has shined away the world, and only heaven now exists at all. So exhale, just sighing it all out, blowing it all out. Imagine that you're extending this light outwards. There's no limit to the light. So the light is everywhere, shining away the world in your awareness. The more you hold this awareness, the more you share it, the more others will start to understand this simple truth that only eternity, only heaven, as it's been called, exists at all. Introduction to the Course starts with nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. The unreal simply does not, cannot exist. So breathing in again, breathing in the light, imagine it flowing into every pore, your body, every cell, every muscle. It's infused with this beautiful golden white light. A light in which no fear is possible or justified. Drawing it up the spine, into your stomach, your heart center, into your third eye, between your eyebrows, into the crown of your head. Column of golden white light flowing up the spine, from the base of the spine, cresting in the crown of your head. Take another sip of air in. Pause at the top of the inhale. So fear is not justified in any form. And now just scan your mind and notice any of these forms that are lurking there. Just a minor anxiety. Maybe it's deep-seated anxiety that's with you all the time, a nameless dread. Can't really put your finger on why you're anxious. It's just always there in your mind. But none of it's justified. This is what the lesson is teaching us. So just as you exhale, blow it all out. Imagine it's like a dark cloud. There's no real power to obscure the sun. Just your awareness of your source. Blow it all out. Black smoke, black clouds just lifting. From the lower stomach into the spine. So you're completely empty. Just listen to these words. So you breathe in again. Breathing in the light to every pore, every cell, every muscle of your body, fiber of your being. And in the light, these words should make perfect sense. And fear is deception. It attests that you have seen yourself as you could never be, and therefore look upon a world which is impossible. Not one thing in this world is true. It does not matter what the form in which it may appear. It witnesses but to your own illusions of yourself. So let us not be deceived today. We are the sons of God. We are the extensions of love itself. There is no fear in us, for we are each a part of love itself. And exhale on the truth of that, just sighing it all out, dropping the energy down, from the crown of your head down the front channel of your body into the lower stomach. Pause at the bottom of the exhale, smile. Say to yourself, how foolish are my fears? Would God or love itself allow its extension to suffer? Give me faith today to recognize that I am the Son of God, or the extension of love, and set myself free. Let me forgive my little self, the ego self, masquerade as my identity in the name of love. So let go of this small little self that blocks my awareness of the truth of my enormous self, self that is beyond limit, that I may understand this holiness and feel the love for myself, which is God's or love's home as well. And with this invitation, just sink into that love, feel the love of God, because it's the same, it's unchanging, is always there, it's available in your mind. Just remind yourself as you continue to watch your breath for a couple of minutes. There's really nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. Just breathe, relax, be still. The next 2 minutes of silence, sink into the fearless presence of love. It's beyond your thoughts, beyond fear of any kind. Sinking in there for the next 2 minutes of silence. And if any thoughts arise to disturb this fearless presence, just observe them. Imagine they're like clouds just drifting by the sky. They have no power to obscure the eternal sky. So just let them go, blow them away with the breath, and sink back into this deep stillness, this fearless presence that lies in your mind. Another minute of silence. And so just very gently bringing your mind back into awareness of your body and the world. On the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes. So 1, just breathing in, notice the stomach rise, the chest rise. Subtle flow of air into the nostrils. Pause at the top of the inhale. Feel the life energy rising up your spine. Pause at the top of the inhale. Smile. Feel the peace, fearless presence. It's always there. It's just obscured by your thinking much of the time. Connect with it deeply now. Resolve to stay there for the rest of the evening. So it is said, so it is done. You exhale, just sigh it all out. And the airflow out of your nostrils, chest, and the stomach. Suck back in. Energy subsides back down. It's like a wave just breaking back into the ocean. Sighing it all out. Just coming to rest. Peace and the stillness at the bottom of the exhale. That's 1. While your tension is down in your nether regions, notice the weight of your body pressing down into the chair, feet touching the ground. As you breathe in again, notice maybe there's a subtle smell in your nose, a taste in your mouth. Notice what you're hearing, noticing all these things from this very still, calm, surrendered place. You don't have to name anything or judge it or label it. Just allow the sounds to arise and subside. Start to pay more attention to your awareness, the background of being, without which nothing in form could exist, because it's your awareness that allows even an illusory existence to happen. So smile as you touch that true awareness. 3, open your eyes. Just look around and apply the same non-judgmental principle to whatever it is that you see. Just letting your eyes rest randomly on various objects around you. No more than 2 or 3 seconds, then move on to something else. And then again to something else. Don't name it in your mind, don't judge it, don't label it, don't interpret it. Think nothing about it. Just allow everything to be. And then you'll start to notice that the underlying awareness is the same, irrespective of what your body's eyes are seeing, what you're hearing with your ears, and so on. It doesn't matter what's being perceived through the senses. What really matters is your interpretation of those things. And you don't have to interpret them as real or fearful. That's why fear is not justified in any form, because all sense perceptions are ultimately false, not real. So fear of them is not justified in any form. So wish you a very fearless and flowing evening ahead. Hope this meditation has helped to help you to stay there. Just listen to this recording, shorter recording that I sent you frequently. It's just a few minutes to top you up. You can listen to that a couple of times more this evening, and before you go to bed, set you up for a very peaceful night's sleep. So thanks again for listening, and namaste, which means the fearless presence in me honors and acknowledges that same presence